So I'm Peter Dawkins, Vice-Chancellor and President of Victoria University, which means that, I'm the Chief Executive Officer, or the Chief Academic Officer in charge of the whole organisation and responsible for developing the strategy of the university, and I'm accountable to the University Council, our governing body, for both developing the strategy and implementing it. The VUA is the name we give to our approach to teaching and learning for our students, which is very distinctive and has been developed around the so-called block model, where we teach students one subject at a time. And it's designed to be both a very engaging and a very flexible way of learning. So all of our students now across our undergraduate subjects, and increasingly in the future our postgraduate subjects, are studying one subject at a time in one class with about 30 other students, one teacher, typically 9 hours a week. So they're very focused, very engaged, and it's a very active, collaborative form of learning where you're working in groups, working with your teacher, and it's not just a passive sitting and listening to lectures. It's very much active, involving problem solving and all of those kinds of skills that students will need to demonstrate their capabilities in the workplace, in their future careers. VUA, active collaborative learning in block mode. VU has changed a lot in the last 10 years. We have a deep moral purpose at the university to transform the lives of our students, any student from any background, and to have an impact on our communities as well, both through our teaching and learning and our research. We're based in the Western Melbourne. That's a major focus for us, of course, transforming the lives of people in our region. But we also are delighted to have people coming from beyond our region to study with us. But in that time, in the last 10 years, we've been engaged in a very transformational agenda to enhance the quality of our teaching and learning and enhance the quality of our research and its impact on the community. And we're finding that our new approach to teaching and learning, the VUA, the block model, is proving to be very engaging, and students are loving it, and it's having a very transformational effect on student outcomes. And student success is improving all the time. Student engagement's going up, and the quality of learning and the quality of the student attributes going up too. And at the same time, the university has become increasingly recognised as a world-class university, both because of its teaching, its international engagement, but also the quality of its research. And we're now in the top 50 universities under the age of 50 in the world, which is a great achievement for a university that's only about 30 years old. So yes, I've been very proud to see how strongly the university has developed, and also its polytechnic, its vocational education arm, which is doing outstanding work in teaching some of the best vocational education in the state, using modern methods and using digital learning, which is something that we've also been spreading increasingly across the university. So I think this development of the VUA, this very distinctive approach to teaching and learning to support any student from any background through our vocational and higher education, has come a long way, and I guess that's my greatest achievement, but also supporting the university to raise its international reputation. And so this is my last year as Vice-Chancellor, 10th year, and I think we can look back over that period and say that the university has really matured over that time. It's been great working with the staff and with the students to achieve this reputation. Well, there's always challenges in the tertiary sector at the moment. Of course, we've got the challenge of COVID-19, and it's led to the need to focus primarily on digitally supported remote learning, which I'm pleased to say is working very well in our block mode. But of course, there's also the challenge that international students are from overseas are not being able to get to Australia at the moment. So our number of international students has gone down, and that imposes some financial challenges. So there's the immediate problems associated with COVID-19. We're managing that well in terms of keeping the teaching and learning going and our research off campus. We do want to try and get our international students coming back into Australia over the coming months, and hopefully that means we can get through this immediate crisis successfully. So far, we're managing really well, and students coming to VU can expect an outstanding experience, even if it continues to be in this digitally supported remote learning, which is working very well in this block mode with students in relatively small classes doing Zoom classes and so on. Taking a longer term view, I think the challenge for the tertiary sector is to provide the kinds of skills and capabilities that any student will need from our tertiary sector, whether it be higher education or vocational education, making sure that they're well equipped for the needs of the 21st century. And because we've both got the higher education and the vocational education, the students can do either or both. And because we've got this new distinctive approach to teaching and learning, I think we're well placed to support students in this rapidly changing world. I think the whole university sector needs to develop in this way, working closely with the vocational sector as well to make sure that any student from any background can get whatever skills they need, whatever future they desire, and that's what we need to do to make sure it works for our students. Well, the remote learning that we've done in this digitally supported mode in our block mode teaching has been going very well. So we will probably keep using that as one method that students can study with Victoria University. I'm sure most of our students, once we've dealt with the pandemic, will want to come onto our campus and have their active engaged learning in classes in situ on campus. But the alternative of still having classes with face-to-face teaching with a teacher and with students in this same model is clearly possible online and has been digitally and has been going really well. So that's another method of teaching that we may be able to continue to use with some of our students. And of course, if this pandemic does continue, or if we have more waves, then we're well placed to move backwards and forwards on and off campus. But every crisis brings with it opportunities, and I think what VU has shown is its ability to innovate in this challenging environment. And another thing we've done during this period is we've developed a focus around planetary health, around the environment and around human health, which has been severely challenged by COVID-19 and by the bushfires earlier this year. And so we've developed some courses with this focus around planetary health, which is another outcome from this challenging period. So they can look forward to continuing upgrading of the quality of the teaching and learning, this exciting block mode, one subject at a time. We're also continually bringing in new offerings. So I'm aware that next year, for example, in our bachelor's programs, we have some new offers, one in Bachelor of Youth Work and Criminal Justice, one in Bachelor of Criminology and Bachelor of Psychological Studies, a double degree, one in Bachelor of Animation and Visual Effects. So there's always new things that we're aware that there's an interest in that are coming on stream, all taught in block mode. So lots of exciting things for students to study at Victoria University. Working with my colleagues over the last 10 years, I think we have seen the reputation of the university enhanced. It's now a mature university, but still a very innovative one, and with a very distinct offer, the VU way. And I guess that's the legacy of my period as Vice-Chancellor, and as well as the fact that through the quality of our academics, we've grown our reputation for our contributions to knowledge, particularly knowledge that's relevant to improving the state of the world, and our students benefit from having this outstanding teaching workforce. working closely with them in the block mode teaching, where they get to know the staff well, as well as their fellow students. So I'm very proud of that legacy and of my colleagues in making this all possible.